Hello everybody, I'm Tobio, and the first thing I would like to do would be to invite Mr. Unelli up front for a little game. Mr. Unelli. All right, so I'm gonna pitch Mr. Unelli this ball. It's not a lacrosse ball, don't worry, and we're gonna see if he can hit it, so.
Watch for the high end. The high end.
Okay, so as most of you here know, if you didn't, you know by now, I play baseball. I've been playing baseball ever since I was 4 years old, and it has taught me a lot over these past 14 years. Now, I'm not going to talk everyone's ear off about baseball in general, because I know that most people here don't want to hear that. I mean, I wouldn't either. However, I do want to share with you what I believe to be the most important lesson that baseball has taught me, and that is how to fail and how to deal with it. Just for a little background, for those who don't know, in baseball, if you get a hit 3 out of 10 times, that's good. So you still fail 7 out of 10 times. Baseball is a lot like life. When you step into the batter's box to take your at-bat, you're taking a risk. Just like how you have to take risks in life. And when you take that risk, you're either going to strike out or hit a home run. When Mr. Unelli stepped up to that plate in the beginning, he took a risk. He could have either struck out and embarrassed himself in front of the entire upper school, or he could have hit a home run and embarrassed me in front of the entire upper school. And that's what happened. So for a quick tangent, of course in baseball and in life, there's a whole bunch of other possibilities other than just striking out and hitting a home run. For example, you could get hit by a pitch, which would be like going through a whole bunch of pain and hardships, but ultimately succeeding in your goal. You can have a really good at-bat, hit the ball hard, and still get out, which would be like working really hard for something and coming up short still. Now, I could go on, but for the sake of this speech, we'll just stick with strikeouts and home runs. So anyway, you're either gonna strike out or hit a home run, and no one likes striking out. Whether it be taking a test, asking out a girl, etc., no one likes to fail. But failure is inevitable. It's part of human nature, and so we have to learn to deal with those failures and move on from them, rather than dwelling on them and letting them affect you for who you are. And when you go up for your next at-bat, you have to go up with a clear head. If you continue to let your failures impact you, you're either going to keep striking out, or at some point, you're going to want to stop stepping into that batter's box and taking that risk. But if you keep stepping up to the plate through all the failures with a clear head and a little bit of confidence, eventually you'll end up hitting a home run. And trust me when I say that nothing feels better than hitting a home run. One of the most important parts of being able to deal with failure is having a community who is always there to support you. In my case, I've been lucky enough to have some great people who are always there for me no matter what. First off, I'd like to thank all my teachers, especially Ms. Bulletin, Mr. Hoonhout, Ms. Grady, and Mr. Unelli. I'd like to thank the baseball team, even though you guys frustrate me sometimes. A lot of the time, I still love each and every one of you like brothers, and there's nobody else I'd rather play for. I'd like to thank Coach Ayer and Coach Sauerbeck for helping to build me into the player and person I am today. I'd like to thank my mom for dealing with me for the past 18 years. And even though you want to kill me every time I forget to make my bed, I still love you. And finally, Dad, thank you for being the best team mom the baseball team could ask for, and for coming to basically every single sports event I've ever had. I guess I love you too. To the senior class, next year we're all stepping into a new batter's box. And I know that all of us are at least a little nervous to take that next step in our lives. We're scared of leaving the comfort and of the people and place we know so well to go to some unfamiliar place where we may not know anyone at all. But I can guarantee you that if we step up to that plate with some confidence and an open mind, we'll all hit a home run. So if you can take one thing away from my speech today, it would be that everyone fails in life. So don't be afraid to take risks because you're too scared to fail. Embrace the failure, use it, and learn from it to become a stronger person. Sometimes you just have to strike out before you can hit a home run. Thank you.